contained in its founding charter. The UAN is a manifestation of the profound connection amongst indigenous peoples across the world, including African, Andean, American, European, Caribbean, Oceanic, and Asian regions, rooted in shared wisdom, sustainable practices, and deep reverence for the earth. The United Ancient Nations serves as an international cultural and diplomatic organization focused on uniting indigenous cultures globally. Our governance structure is council-based without territorial claims, led by a collective leadership through our General Secretariat. As a non-state entity with UN-style advocacy, we focus on several key areas: cultural and digital heritage preservation, indigenous diplomacy, revival of indigenous knowledge systems to solve humanity's problems, global peace, environmental preservation, health and wellness, sustained economic development, indigenous and cultural tourism. While the UAN represents numerous indigenous cultures, the United States of KAILASA serves as the first indigenous nation specifically for Hindus. KAILASA's mission is focused on the revival of the ancient enlightened Sanatana Hindu civilization, with a formal governance structure including a head of state, ministers, and ambassadors. Under the leadership of SPH, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, KAILASA has achieved recognition as a sovereign subject of international law, possessing distinctive attributes of juridical statehood. The United States of KAILASA is the main sponsor of the proposed UAN headquarters. This initiative would bring forth an estimated $100 million in revenue for the host country through summits, conferences, tourism, and development projects. The proposed UAN headquarters would represent the world's indigenous nations and peoples through its architectural design. It would blend the best of all worlds, featuring top modern architecture, the highest green building standards, and ancient Vastu architectural principles. This headquarters would serve as a central hub for indigenous diplomacy, cultural preservation, and collaborative efforts towards sustainable development and global peace. Through this initiative,
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
Namah Shivaya.
Nithyananda Puri Ishwara Nitya Pahi Pahi Datar Hare Hara Hara Nitya Deva 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 Hare. से मुझे जगा देना, आशुतोष इस मोहमयी निद्रा से मुझे जगा देना, विषम वेदना से विषयों की मायाधीश छुड़ा देना, विषम वेदना से विषयों की मायाधीश छुड़ा देना, रूप सुधा की एक बूंद से जीवन मुक्त।
As the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Gangadhara Murti, Ganga Visarjana Murti, I bless you all with Paramadvaita. Paramashivasya Gangadhara Ganga Visarjana Murtayo Paramavatare Paramadvaita Praptaye Yushman Sarvan Asirvadami. Paramashiva Paramburulin Paramavelipadugalana Gangadhara Murti Ganga Visarjana Murtigalaga Ungal Anaivarukkum Paramadvaitathai Aruli Asirvadikindreen. Oh. I bless and initiate all the Paramashivoham level 1 participants to go beyond the purity and impurity and experience the unclutched space, the state of Paramashiva, and manifest Paramashiva's powers. Aham Paramashivoham Pratamastarasya Sarvepya Pratibhagipya Asihi Tatami Diksham cha Tatami Yat Pavitra Pavitradito Yat Pavitra Apavitraditaha Nirvigalpa Samadhi Paramashivas
Smare Shirasi Hamsagam Tadavidana Purvam Kurum Atadhupaha Om Dhurasi Dhurvadhurvantam Dhurvadayosman Dhurvaditam Dhurvayam Vayam Dhurvamasvam Devanamasi Saspidamam Vapridamam Jashtadamam Mannitamam Devautamamaritamasi Avirdanam Trigum Hasvamakvaha Mitrasya Svajaktusha Prekshirma Virma Samvikta Matvahigam Vishum Shri Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha Dhuvamagrapayami Atha Deepaha Om Uddipya Swajata Vedo Bhagnim Nirvidim Mama Pasho Bhajyamakhyama Bhajevanam Jadisho Disha Manohikam Sirjata Vedo Kamashvam Purusham Jagate Abhidradagna Agahi Shriyama Paripadaya Shri Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha Devam Sandarshayami Ahanaivedyam Om Madhuvadartayate Madhuksharanti Sindavaha Madhvena Santosati Madhurakta Mudoshati Madhumarpati Madhumrajaha Madhuryorasunapita Madhumano Vanaspate Madhuvagam Mastu Surya Madhvikavo Bhavantunaha Madhu 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 Shri Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि नीराजनम् ॐ साङ्ग्रहण्येष्ट्यायतते इमां जनतादुं सङ्ग्रहाणीति द्वादशारक्तिरजना भवति द्वादशमासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुद्धे मौञ्जी भवति ऊर्वैमुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुद्धे चित्रानक्षत्रं भवति चित्रं वा एतत्कर्म कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तम्भस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्ये सर्वमङ्गलदात्रे नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम् परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम् हरि ओम् तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्
Paramashiva's direct message from Maha Kailasa. Listen. Parama Satyas about Mahashivaratri. What exactly you should be doing to get the Paramadvaita blessed by Paramashiva with Paramadvaita experience three things: Paramashiva Bhakti, Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana. Listen. Listen to this very intensely. Paramashiva Bhakti, Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana. Decide you are Paramashiva. Cognize your very existence is Paramashiva. This is Paramashiva Jnana. Paramashiva Bhakti means from that space you are Paramashiva. Whatever is manifesting as you, offer it back to Paramashiva. This is what is the exact meaning of the word Sohamasmi. Even when you pray, you are Paramashiva. Paramashiva is worshipping Paramashiva. Repeatedly Hindu tradition, in every sampradaya, Hindu tradition says, you should just become the God you are worshipping, including your dress. Listen. Whether Shaiva Sampradaya, Vaishnava Sampradaya, Shakta Sampradaya, or Gaumara Sampradaya, in all Sampradaya, Puja Vidhi, if you take that Puja manual, Puja Vidhi, repeatedly all Sampradayas tell, you become the God you are worshipping. Become that God and worship that God. Listen. With a powerful cognition, you are Paramashiva. Offer yourself to Paramashiva and naturally he will manifest. Paramashiva will manifest and radiate through you. That is Paramashiva Vijnana. I will repeat. First, cognize you are Paramashiva. Cognize you are Paramashiva. The ultimate origin, all put together. Whatever you can visualize and beyond, this pure Paramashiva is you. What you know as you is he. When you sit in that space, whatever is manifesting as you, whatever is known to you as you, offer it to him. That is what we call Shiva Manasa Puja. Parama Shiva Manasa Puja. Listen. Manasa Puja does not mean you do mental worship. No. Manasa puja means the liquid form of your consciousness, the flowing form of your consciousness. You offer it back to the core of your consciousness. Listen, Kailasa, a solid, huge Shivalinga, Paramashiva. And that super consciousness flows from Kailasa, gathers as Manasarovar. That Manasarovar, you take it again back and pour it on Paramashivalinga. Listen, Manasa Puja is not mental worship. Manasa Puja is that liquid, flowing consciousness which flows out from your core Paramashivatva. You are offering that back to Him. Cognize this. Just cognize this. Just do this one for this Mahashivaratri. For this Mahashivaratri, just do this one. Cognize you are Paramashiva. Last 1 week, I am training you for that only. You are that Tejas, pure light of Paramashiva. Your name is Shiva. Your form is the Param Jyot of Paramashiva. Now, your body is Paramashiva's body. Your mind is Paramashiva's mind. Your will is Paramashiva's will. Your emotions are Paramashiva's emotions. Everything you know as you is Paramashiva because you are Paramashiva. Sit with this and with this move, with this space, anything that can move in you, flow in you, your breathing, your body, your mind, your consciousness, everything is Paramashiva. So offer it back to Paramashiva. That is what is Manasa Puja. Visualize. Kailasa is the Kailash Manasarovar in Tibet. That Kailasa is Paramashiva. Paramashiva Linga. The ice and the water flows from that Kailasa is that Paramashiva's own consciousness flowing and gathering as Manasarovar. That Manasarovar, Manasa Sarovar, you are offering back to Paramashiva is Manasa Puja. So whatever is oozing out of Paramashiva in you, as you offer that back to Paramashiva. Paramashiva is worshipping Paramashiva with Paramashiva, using Paramashiva. Listen, repeatedly I am telling you, from this Paramashiva Jnana, do Paramashiva Bhakti. Because you can love only you. You cannot love anything which is not you. That is why the Upanishad says, even your love towards your wife is the your you in her, that you component in her is what you love in her. She loves her component in you. That is why when you see your component in her reduces, your love for her reduces. Anything you love is your component manifesting there, you love it. Food, something which makes you feel tasty about you is done by that food. That is why you love that food. Any sensory pleasures, sensual pleasures, are persons, places, people, everything you love only your different dimensions manifesting from that person, from that object, from that place, from that thing. Because you are programmed to love only you. You are hardwired to love only you. Know your Paramashiva. Your taste will get matured and you will start tasting Paramashiva, enjoying Paramashiva, loving Paramashiva, realizing you are Paramashiva. Your form is Paramashiva's form. Your mind is Paramashiva's mind. Your will is Paramashiva's will. Your core is Paramashiva's core. Your soul is Paramashiva's soul. You are Paramashiva. Sit with this Paramadvaita and worship Paramashiva. Anything flows from him is surrendered to him. Anything flows from him is surrendered to him. Sit with this cognition and listen to this whole satsang, and I will also guide you how to do it. Om Hrit Patmamasanam Datyat Sahasrarachyutamritaihi Hridaya Patme Asanam Datyat Sahasrarabatmasya Amritaihi Abhishiktam. मैं हृदय कमल में आसन देता हूँ जो सहस्रार कमल के अमृत से अभिषिक्त है. Understand? What you feel as you, what you feel as you, offer that as a seat for Paramashiva. Hrit Patma means what you feel as your core. offer that as a seat for Paramashiva. When he sits on that, the whole nectar starts overflowing. That Sahasrara Amrita starts overflowing all around him and everywhere. See, in Kailasa, the whole Kailasa hill is a Shivalinga, Paramashiva, Swam. From him, the whole ice flowing is that Sahasrara Amrita. It actually flows like a Abhishekam and gathers as Manasarovar, gets collected as Manasarovar. You take that Sahasrara Amrita and offer as Bhatyam. Kritvatmamasanam datyat Sahasrarachyutamritaihi Bhatyam charanayor datyat Manastu arkyam nivedayet. Listen. Charanayohu bhatyam datyat mana eva argyam nivedayet. मैं चरण को बाध्य पाए दोने काजल देता हूँ और मन को अर्घ्य समान जल के रूप में अर्पित करता हूँ. Understand? ध्यान से सुनिए. मैं चरण को बाध्य पैतोनी का चल देता हूँ और मन को अर्घ्य समान जन के रूप में अर्पित करता हूँ. I offer that Sahasrara Amrita, that nectar overflowing on Paramashiva when he sits on my core, on my Hrid Batma, when he sits, whatever overflows from the Sahasrara, his Sahasrara, I offer that as Bhadya. Actually, whatever overflows from his Sahasrara is overflowing from your Sahasrara. As the moment he sits in your core, his Sahasrara and your Sahasrara becomes one. Listen. Do not allow self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, because every time you do this Manasa Puja, the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial will lose its power over you. It will be getting lost. Like every time you do yoga, you feel confident about yourself, your health, your body. Same way, every time you do Manasa Puja, you will feel confident about your consciousness. Hey, listen. How daily yoga builds your muscles and makes you feel confident about your body. Same way, Manasa Puja will build conscious muscles. You are Paramashiva and make you feel so confident about your consciousness. your conscious capabilities. A person who is confident about his yogic capabilities is a yogi. A person who is conscious about his jnana capabilities is vijnani. If you are feeling confident about your Paramashiva jnana, you become Paramashiva Vijnani, radiating Paramashiva Vijnana. So listen, your health level, your wealth level, your relationship level, anything you know about you, you are good, you are bad, your patterns, you are right, you are wrong, your completions, your incompletions, your punya, your papa, nothing matters in this space. Everything is Paramashiva. Like how everyday yoga builds the muscle, makes you feel confident about your body. Every day this Manasa puja will build conscious muscles and make you feel confident you are Paramashiva. About your conscious existence, you will feel confident. So listen carefully. The Sahasrara Amrita, which overflows when Paramashiva sits in your Hrit Padma, in your heart lotus, in your core, when you invoke him and you decide what is vibrating in you as Aham, 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 that Aham Spurana is Paramashiva. That second, from Paramashiva Sahasrara, the Amrita which overflows from Paramashiva Sahasrara, that Ganga overflows in your Sahasrara and pores. That nectar is Bhadyam, the water to wash his feet. And the mind, all you know about your mind is your past, your present, your future. Listen, any amount of regret cannot change your past. Any amount of worrying cannot change your future. So, what you know about your mind is nothing but all your regrets about past, all your worrying about the future. Collect the whole thing and say, from now it is Paramashiva's, because he is manifesting through everything. It is his. Manastu argyam nivedayet. Mana. Mana is argyaha. Manastu argyam nivedayet. Listen, I am repeating. Tena amrite. Listen, I am repeating. Manastu arkyam nivedayet. और मन को अर्घ्य समान जल के रूप में अर्पित करता हूं। मन एवं अर्घ्यम निवेदये। What I know as my mind, past, present, future, and everything, I offer it as arghya. Then comes the next step. Tena amritena achamaniyam snaniyam tena cha smritam. Tena amritena achamaniyam snaniyam tena cha smritam. Listen. Tena amritena achamaniyam datyat tenaiva snaniyam smritam. ध्यान से सुनिए। उसी अमृत से आचमनीय पीने का जल और स्नानीय स्नान का जल दिया जाता है। With that same nectar, I offer water for sipping and bathing, snana. Listen. The same nectar which overflows from his Sahasrara, visualize just like a Kailash Manasarovar. The nectar overflows from Kailasa, only gets collected in Manasarovar. So the nectar overflows from Paramashiva, gets collected in you. Offer that itself to Paramashiva as Bhadyam, Snaniyam, Achamaniyam. Tena amritena achamaniyam snaniyam cha tena cha smritam. Tena amritena achamaniyam snaniyam tena cha smritam. उसी अमृत से आचमनीय पीने का जल और स्नानीय स्नान का जल दिया जाता है। स्नानीय स्नान का जल दिया जाता है। नेक्स्ट, आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्यात् गन्धस्यात् गन्धतत्त्वकम्। आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं स्यात् गन्धस्यात् गन्धतत्त्वकम्। आकाशतत्त्वं वस्त्रं भवेत्, गन्धतत्त्वं गन्धः भवेत्। आकाश तत्व वस्त्र बन जाए और गंध तत्व सुगंध बन जाए। Listen. The element of space, the Akasha Tattva, offer it as the clothing, the essence of the fragrance, the Gandha Tattva, offer it as a perfume. I'll tell you. What is Akasha Tattva? The moment you close your eyes, your inner space, your Chita Akasha, that is the Akasha Tattva you know. So offer that to Paramashiva. And Gandha Tattva, the Tattva of the Gandha, means the smell, the principle of smell. Offer it as perfume for Paramashiva. So, whatever is there as Akasha, whatever you experience as Akasha, offer that as Vastra, cloth to him. Whatever makes you smell, that smell principle, offer it as a perfume. Akasha tattvam vastram syat gandha syat gandha tattvakam chitam prakalpayet pushpam dhupam pranan prakalpayet. Chittam pushpam bhavet pranaha धूपम भवेयुः. ध्यान से सुनिए. मन फूल बन जाए और प्राण धूप बन जाए. मन फूल बन जाए और प्राण धूप बन जाए. Mind, let this mind be offered as a flower. Chitta. Chitta is little more than mind. All the minds you carried from the time you started existing, in all your past births, put together is called Chitta. That Chitta, you offer it as flower. That Chitta, you offer it to Paramashiva as a flower. And the very breathing, the breathing happening in you, that prana, how the breathing is happening in your life, in your existence, that very prana, offer it to Paramashiva as dhupa, as an incense. Your very prana movement, offer it to Paramashiva as incense, dhupa for him. Tejas tattvanja divartam naivedyam syat sudambudihi. Tejas tattvam deepasya artham bhavet sudambudihi naivedyam bhavet. तेज तत्व दीपक बन जाए और अमृत सागर नैवेद्य भोग बन जाए. The element of tejas, Listen. Tejas means the fire of something which is self-effulgent. The light of something which is self-effulgent is Tejas. Understand? Any fire is self-effulgent due to its fuel. But there is one fire which is self-effulgent without any fuel. That is your consciousness. That Tejas, the principle of self-effulgence, the principle of effulgence, make that as a deepa and offer it to Paramashiva. The ocean of nectar becomes the bhoga, the food offering for Paramashiva. Offer it. The next, Anahadatvanirganta Vayutatvancha chamaram. Anahadatvanirganta Vayutatvancha chamaram. Anahatattvani ganta bhavet. Vayu tattvam chamaram bhavet. Anahatattvani घंटा बन जाए और वायु तत्व चामर पंगा बन जाए. वायु तत्व चामर पंखा बन जाए. The sound of the unstruck sound. When you sit silently, the sound of the universe, the Swayambhu Dvani, which is not made by anything, even the sound made by the rotating earth is not Anahata Dvani. Even that is Ahata Dvani. The sound which is naturally there, the sound of the cosmos, Anahata Dvani, is the bell for his puja. And element of the air, the Vayu Tattva, the principle of Vayu, that becomes fan for Paramashiva. Anahatatvanirganta Vayu Tattvam Chachamaram. Sahasraram Bhavet Chatram Shabda Tattvam Jagitakam. Sahasraram Chatram Bhavet Sabda Tattvam Cha Gitam Bhavet. Sahasraram Chatram Bhavet Sabda Tattvam Gitam Bhavet. Sahasrar Chatra Chatri बन जाए और सप्त तत्व गीत बन जाए. The 1,000-petal lotus Sahasrar, that becomes umbrella you hold for Paramashiva. And principle of sound becomes the song. The essence of all the sound, the principle of sound, Sabda Tattva, Nada Tattva, becomes the song for Paramashiva. Next, Nrityamindriya Karmani Sanchalyam Manasastata. ध्यान से सुनिए. नृत्यम इंद्रिय कर्माणि भवेयुः मनस्साञ्चल्यं भवेत्. नृत्य इंद्रिय को, नृत्य इंद्रियों के कर्म बन जाए और मन की संचलता भी अर्पित हो. See, in every puja, you have to offer dance. So all the movements of your indriya, sometimes while you are doing puja, you smell the naivedyam and it feels so good, that smell. You are not supposed to smell, but automatically the smell will go in your nose. So all the indriyas, activities of your indriyas, whatever you are doing during puja, so naturally your indriya is active during that time. Offer all of that, all the activities of the indriya. To tell you honestly, not just the activities of indriya during puja, all the activities of indriya always. All the activities of indriyas, not just senses. Indriya is, which is the core of the sense. Indriya is which sees through the eye, which smells through the nose, which tastes through the tongue. That offer all of that as a dance to Paramashiva. So everything you enjoy in your whole life is just a dance for Paramashiva, for him to see and enjoy it. For his pleasure, you are enjoying. Listen. Whether you are seeing activity, your seeing activity is for his pleasure. Your listening activity is for his pleasure. For your smelling activity is for his pleasure. For your tasting activity is for his pleasure. Your sexual activity is for his pleasure. Nrityam indriya karma. नृत्य इंद्रियों के कर्म बन जाए. Let all the activities of your indriya senses become dance offered to Paramashiva. And the ups and downs of your mind, the restlessness, good, bad, right, wrong, depression, excitement, everything of your mind, offer it to Paramashiva. Nrityam indriya karmani sanchalyam manasastata. Listen. All the activities of the indriya senses and the movements of the mind, everything is offered as a dance to Paramashiva for his pleasure. ध्यान से सुनिए, नृत्य इंद्रियों के कर्म बन जाए और मन की संजलता भी अर्पित हो। सुमेघलां पद्ममालां पुष्पं नानाविधं तथा सुमेहला सुंदरं कटिसूत्रं पद्ममाला पद्मानां माला नानाविधं च अर्पयामि। सुंदर कटिसूत्र, कमल की माला और विभिन्न प्रकार के फूल अर्पित करता हूं। Listen. The 7 chakras, the lotus in you, and all the minor chakras, all around, all over your body, all that minor chakras and major chakras, that flower, that lotus garlands, offer that as a girdle to Paramashiva, and all the lower chakras and upper chakras offer it as a flower to Paramashiva. Sumegalam Batmamalam Pushpam Nanavidam Tata. Offer the garland of lotuses as beautiful girdle and various kinds of flowers to him. Next. Amayadyayir bhava pushpaihi archayet bhava kosharam. Amayadibihi bhava pushpaihi bhava kosharam archayet. मैं माया रहित भावों के फूलों से भाव कोशर दिव्य चेतना की पूजा करता हूँ. I worship the divine consciousness with the flowers of pure emotions, free from the deceit. Amayam anahankaram araham amadam tata. Listen. Amaya, maya rahita, anahankara, ahankara rahita, araha, raha rahitaha, amataha, mada rahitaha, cha bhava pushpani bhavanti. मैं माया रहित, अहंकार रहित, राग रहित और मत अभिमान रहित भावों को फूल के रूप में अर्पित करता हूँ. I offer the flowers of absence of deceit, absence of ego, absence of attachment, absence of pride as the flower to Paramashiva. Amayam anahankaram araham amadam tata. Listen, when he sits in you, he does not have he does not have ego, attachment, pride. So naturally, that pridelessness which he is having, the egolessness which he is having, the attachmentlessness which he is having, you offer that as a flower to him. Next. Amohakam adambam cha advesha akshobhagautata. Amohaga, moharahitaha, adambaha, dambarahitaha, adveshaha, vesharahitaha, akshobhaha, shobharahitaha, cha bhavaha pushpani bhavanti. My मोह रहित, दम्भ रहित, द्वेष रहित और शोभ रहित भावों को फूल के रूप में अर्पित करता हूँ. I offer the flowers of absence of delusion, absence of hypocrisy, absence of hatred, and absence of agitation as a flower to him. All these are absent because he is here. When Paramashiva is here, all these can't be present. Only the absence of all these can be offered to Paramashiva. Amatsaryam alopam cha dasapushpam vidurbudaha. Amatsaryam, matsarya-rahitam, alopaha, loparahitaha, cha bhavaha pushpani bhavanti, etani dasapushpani buddha jananti. My मात्सर्य, ईर्ष्या रहित और लोभ रहित भावों को फूल के रूप में अर्पित करता हूँ. ज्ञानी यह 10 पुष्प के रूप में जानते हैं. जानी यह 10 पुष्प के रूप में जानता है. I offer the flowers of absence of envy, absence of greed. These 10 flowers, I offer it to Paramashiva. What comes out of my wisdom, I offer these 10 flowers to Paramashiva. Ahimsa paramam pushpam, pushpam indriya nigraha, daya. Listen. Ahimsa paramam pushpam, pushpam indriya nigraha. Ahimsa paramam pushpam, pushpam bhavet. Indriya nigraha abhi pushpam bhavet. Ahimsa सर्वोत्तम फूल है और इंद्रिय निग्रह भी एक फूल है. Non-violence is the supreme flower, and control of the senses is also a flower. Daya pushpam, shama pushpam, jnana pushpam cha panjamam. Daya, karuna, shama, क्षमाशीलता, ज्ञानम, विवेकः च पंचमं पुष्पम भवेत्. दया, क्षमा और ज्ञान 5वां फूल है. 5वां फूल है. कंपैशन Forgiveness and wisdom are the fifth flower. Idi panchadasair bhavapushpaihi sambhujayet paramashivam. Idi panchadasabihi bhavapushpaihi paramashivam sambhujayet. इस प्रकार इन 15 भाव पुष्पों से परम शिव की पूजा करता हूं. Thus, with these 15 flowers of pure emotions, I worship Parama Shiva. So, listen. With this consciousness, sit with Parama Shiva and offer the Manasa Puja. This does not need any pre-qualification. No. Start from where you are. With this, I bless you all. Listen. Listen to this satsang at least 5 times. Use this satsang to do Manasa Puja till Shivaratri. Connect with him. You will be ready for Paramashiva Kundalini Dhyan and Paramadvaita Anubhuti during the Shivaratri time. Get ready to celebrate Mahashivaratri. With this, I bless you all. Paramadvaita Praptiras. Om, Om, Om. Paramashiva's direct message from KAILASA. Parama Satyas about prammanas. Listen. The ultimate revelations about prammanas. Yesterday I was explaining Shabda Pramana, Pratyaksha Pramana, various pramanas. I have totally 25 pramanas. I am going to explain all the 25 pramanas. Today, the Paramashiva's message is so unique and important. It's like he just downloaded terabytes and terabytes of material today in Samadhi, and I'm going to present everything as Paramashiva revealed, step by step, and then connect everything for all of you to experience. Listen, I'm speaking about 25 various pramanas, and yesterday I started explaining only 3 pramanas. Still I need to go 22 more. Om, Om, Om. Listen. Listen. Just today's satsang, if you understand and internalize, I can give you many powers, including the boon of Icha Mrityu. Listen carefully. Yesterday's satsang, I was explaining about 25 pramanas in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Thus, each different method of knowledge or the source of knowledge is called pramana. And when I was explaining those pramanas, which is not yet done, I am going to explain the remaining 22. Only 3 I explained, remaining 22 I am going to explain. To understand all these source of knowledge, the pramanas, you need to understand how Hinduism, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, reveals the ultimate truths and how, when you try to understand these ultimate truths layer by layer by layer, everything falls in place. Understand? This is one of the quality, whether you should accept someone's Vakya Pramana. Listen, yesterday I was explaining the Vedas and Agamas and the words from bona fide incarnation, a bona fide Guru is Shabda Pramana. That is, his Vakyas are Shabda Pramana, Shastra Pramana and Apta Pramana. This two is considered to be Shabda Pramana. It is actually very intense revelations, and sometimes you need to be intense and very sincere to imbibe. And it is good to be intense and imbibe, because these great truths can form a new foundation for your life. Then naturally your life will become new, because you are very cognizant about you and the whole universe and God. Everything will change. So listen, the Shabda Pramana means, yesterday in the 25 I was explaining Shabda Pramana only. Shabda Pramana means the Pramanas from Vedas and Agamas, the authentic scriptures, and the authentic Guru or an authentic incarnation, their words, is taken as Sabda Pramana. Now, who is the Guru or incarnation whose words you should take as Sabda Pramana? Whose words make you understand everything simultaneously and spontaneously, synergetically. His words only can be taken as Sabda Pramana, Apta Pramana, because the knowledge in Sanatana Hindu Dharma is spontaneous, simultaneous, synergetic, dynamic. It is not dead words heard, memorized and repeated. No. The anubhuti, see, heard, memorized, repeated, that is the job of a pandit, to keep the original verse alive. That is Shastra. That's different. But the Guru who gives the anubhuti, when he reveals, you will see everything falls in place. In one satsang, he will remove your 10,000 questions. He will answer your 10,000 questions and he will equip you with such powerful clarity, you will be able to answer everyone's questions. So today's satsang is that kind of a satsang. So listen. Paramashiva started downloading today about these pramanas. Everything you need to know in life is about Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, Moksha. Jiva means individual soul. Ishvara means God. Jagat means cosmos, universe, world. Moksha means the ultimate state. Everything is just these three, just these four. That is why the whole Brahma Sutra is just these four only. About Brahman, about Jiva, about Jagat, and about Moksha. Listen. If you see from the point of view of Jiva, the individual soul, even God is one of the state of your consciousness. From the POV, point of view of the Jiva, you go through 25 states of consciousness. Even God is your Turyatita. That's all. And this universe is nothing but your experiences during various states of consciousness. And Mukti is nothing but you residing in that highest state of consciousness. Listen. From the point of view of Jiva, God himself is only one of the state of consciousness. Universe is the different places you experience during different states of consciousness you go through. Mukti is nothing but you residing in that highest consciousness, Turyatita. That's all. These 25 states of consciousness, as an individual soul, how you go through, if you understand that, just these various states of consciousness, if you understand, and how you go through that, you will know God himself is only one of the state of consciousness you will experience. Turyatita. Your highest consciousness is Paramashiva. And these various lokas, various universes, Jagat, is nothing but the various spaces and places you experience when you go through the different states of consciousness. Mukti is nothing but you residing in Turyatita permanently, eternally. That's it. Now next, Ishvara. What is Ishvara? Yeah. Entity which has independent intelligence, Sat, its existence, Chit, conscious about its existence, Ananda, blissful because it can play with its existence and powers in any way. That is Ishvara. From the point of view of the Ishvara, if you see the 25 paces of Paramashiva, 25 paces of Paramashiva. Listen, from the point of Ishvara, if you see, even Jagat is one of the God. The every part of the Jagat you see is one of the manifestation of one God. See, from the point of view of the Ishwar, God, even if you see Ganga, it is not just universe, matter, no, Devi, Ganga Devi. If you see Arunachala, it is not just a hill, heap of mud and stone, no, Paramashiva. Kailasa, it is not just a huge stone and eyes. No, Paramashiva. Understand? From the point of view of God, even universe is God and Jiva is just what he lets to play with himself. Ekoham bahushyamaha. It's like he decides, let me play with my creation power, sustenance power, rejuvenation power, pulling out of delusion power, liberation power. He is dancing like a huge fire column. When he is dancing, a small fire particles fly. The fire particle coming out of that huge fire column, that is creation. And that fire particle flying is sustenance. And that fire particle coming back to original source can be called as rejuvenation or destruction, or before it reaches, it just goes here and there, is delusion, and finally it was pulled back into him, into that fire column, and becomes one, liberation. That fire feels like it is almost about to put off, is like destruction. All this, Jiva is nothing but part of Paramashiva left to play with himself. He just lets part of him to play with himself is Jiva. What is mukti from the point of view of God? In every level, not losing your Sat Chit Ananda, that you are the Lord. You are independent intelligence, you have power over everything, and you are blissful about your existence. Not losing this state is mukti. When you become Jiva, if you don't lose this state, it is mukti. Even while you are in as a Jiva. That is what is Jivan Mukti. And even when you become a river, Ganga, if you don't lose this Satchit Ananda state, then you are Ganga Devi. You are not just a collection of water flow. No, you are Ganga Devi. So, not losing your Satchit Ananda is mukti from the point of view of the God. Then comes point of view of the Jagat, cosmos, universe. Listen, from the point of view of the cosmos, even God is nothing but his highest space. The highest space in the universe is Kailasa. That space is Paramashiva. Anyone who reaches that space radiates Paramashiva. And the mid-level is Bhumandala. Anyone in this space has an option to go up or down. The freedom of karma. Listen, I am not talking bondage of karma, freedom of karma. You need to understand this word, freedom of karma. Listen. Yesterday, when I was explaining about pramana, I told pratyaksha pramana means anything you experience through the senses, that knowledge is pratyaksha pramana. Direct knowledge gained through sensory experience. But always in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, in all scriptures, you are told not to allow the sensory pleasures, because that can disturb you, divert you, destroy you. So people are repeatedly asking, Swamiji, what about that and this? Listen. Addiction to the sensory pleasures actually stops your ability to have pure pratyaksha pramana. Someone who is addicted to food can never have a proper knowledge about food. What is proper knowledge? Which food is good for your life, which enriches your life, strengthens the flow of your life. You will never have the pratyaksha pramana if you are addicted to certain food. Same way with every sense. With every sense, addiction to sense objects will not allow pratyaksha pramana. So don't confuse between the two. Now I am coming back to this. Listen. Freedom of karma means you have freedom to do what you want and create an ecosystem around you and raise yourself to the any loka or lower yourself to any loka. That is the Bhumandala speciality. That is why the Bhumandala is called Karma Bhumi. So let me come now. From the point of view of the cosmos, even God is one of the time zone, vertical time zones, one of the time zone of the cosmos, universe. Even the asuras are one of the lower time zones of vertical time zone. So any thing in the different time zones of the universe is that God or human being or the asura or that being. So God himself, from the point of view of the universe, is only one of the space, and any jiva, individual soul, is also one of the jiva in different spaces. Now, what is mukti as per the cosmos view? The whole. Any jiva which can feel the whole universe, one with the whole universe, how the universe feels about itself, if any jiva feels, that is mukti. Because God feels one with that universe, he is nitya mukta. Understand? From the point of view of the universe, I have defined what is jiva, what is Ishvara, what is mukti. Now, what is moksha? From the point of view of the moksha, I will define what is Jiva, what is Ishvara, what is Jagat. Listen carefully. Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, all the three is simultaneous, spontaneous manifestation of that one Param, Parama, Paramburul. That one Paramburul simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically manifests and plays as a Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. This is Mukti. And if a Jiva understands this, it enjoys Mukti. If Ishvara understands this, he enjoys Mukti. Because Ishvara eternally understands this, he is Nitya Mukta. When Jagat understands this, it rests in itself as Nitya Mukta, eternally auspicious. Listen. All traditions centered on Jiva is knowledge traditions. I tell you, people who think, look for solutions, understanding from Jiva POV, point of view of the Jiva, that gives birth to all the knowledge traditions, jnana traditions, like Advaita and various jnana sampradayas. All knowledge traditions from the point of view of the Ishvara gives birth to bhakti traditions. All bhakti traditions are not Dvaita traditions. No. Be clear about it. All point of view from the point of view of the Ishvara, the traditions originates is Bhakti traditions. The Bhakti traditions starts manifesting from there. This point POV of Ishvara gives birth to Bhakti traditions. Then POV of the universe, Jagat, gives birth to all Vijnana traditions. Jiva-centric understandings, knowledge gives birth to Jnana Sampradayas. Ishvara point of view gives birth to Bhakti Sampradayas. Jagat point of view gives birth to Vijnana Sampradayas. The moksha-centric view is Paramadvaita. What I am teaching, I am revealing to all of you is moksha-centric view. From moksha, how Jiva is perceived. From moksha, how Ishvara is perceived. From moksha, how Jagat is perceived. So, from moksha, if you perceive Jiva, you will perceive even Jiva for moksha. Listen, From moksha, when I teach you about jiva, even your understanding about jiva will be far moksha. From moksha, when I reveal the truths about the Ishvara, even your understanding about Ishvara will be far moksha. From moksha, when I reveal the truths about the Jagat, the point of view of Jagat from moksha, so even your foundational understanding about Jagat will lead you to moksha. That is why I am a moksha-centric Paramadvaita Sampradaya. Means Anubodhi-centric, Moksha Anubodhi-centric Paramadvaita Sampradaya. Listen, Ragi Annan is saying, beloved Swamiji, please help me to understand this satsang. Listen. Maybe I'll try to explain more elaborately. Surely I'll make you all understand, and not just understand, live, experience, manifest this satsang. That's the reason this being is manifesting. Paramashiva is manifesting as this being. So listen. This is the fundamental definition about Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, Moksha. Now, why this revelation came, I'll tell you. Why this revelation came, I'll tell you. Listen. If you observe, whenever I reveal some deep truths, automatically my legs will fall into Padmasana. This is an important understanding you need to have, because the truths, the powers manifesting through your body and the posture in which your body sits as direct relationship. By lying down relaxed way, you can't scream. If you observe, you are just lying in your bed and somebody called, you picked up, you saw it's your wife, and the conversation has started going into argument, fight. By the time it becomes fight, you will not be able to be lying down and fight. You would have already sat up. If you observed this, if there is an argument or a fight, even in the phone call, you won't be able to be lying down and do that. You would have already sat up. The body, posture, asana, and the happening of your consciousness as close relationship. Listen. Now I'll tell you how these great Paramasatyas, ultimate truths, Paramashiva downloaded. Because continuously I am working on kayakalpa process. Still I have not yet announced it to public, but I already started making all the arrangements. We have 4,000 hectare land, means around little more than 8,000 acre land in Ecuador, given to us by one of the indigenous nation is going to be world's largest monastery. 4,000 hectares, almost like a 9,884.2 acre. This land is going to be dedicated largest monastery, but focused on kayakalpa. Listen, kayakalpa is the science of living as long as you want. Death is option. Listen, living healthily, not in the bed, under the medication, or with the help of the machines. No. Healthy living as long as you want. This science is available in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. I want to create at least few thousand sannyasis who will radiate this science and teach this science to the world. So this monastery is going to be dedicated for that. So I am doing all the things needed. Anyone can come, freely stay and learn this science. You can go out and teach, or you can stay here and practice. So I am making it a place where this science will be revived. So now I have to organize and put the whole syllabus, everything together. So Paramashiva was downloading this whole system and science. So he was revealing some things about epigenetics. Listen, I am reading out the definition of epigenetics. Epigenetics is the study of heritable changes in gene expression that do not involve alterations to the underlying DNA sequence. These changes can be influenced by environmental factors, lifestyle, and other external stimuli. They can affect how genes are turned on or off. Epigenetic mechanisms include DNA methylation, histone modification, and non-coding RNA molecules. This is the basic definition. And I do have few more definitions given by AI. Now listen. I also saw a show in India Today Conclave, Playing God. So I was looking at this kind of a discussion. I saw the science is also progressing in this line. And in that discussion, there are three different. One is ISKCON Guru talking about Gita, and another one is talking about making a profile. Eternally it will be there in the social media even after you are gone, and it will tweet, post photographs like that, and social media profile. And next one is the biohack. The third person is talking about this epigenetics and all that, how the modern day epigenetic science can be brought in to live long or making death as an option. So listen, But one thing I found clearly, through this biohacking, all these epigenetics and everything, the science is developing and evolving. Through all this, surely you can make people live long. The health can be surely better, means the quality of your life can be raised in an amazing way. They can surely help you to live longer, but the science of kayakalpa is not just living longer. Listen, science of kayakalpa is living as long as you want and leaving the body when you don't want, coming back and reusing the same body when you want again. I don't think that epigenetics will be able to give you that capability. See, Shankara, if you read our great masters, Shankara, Arunagirinadar, many of them had this kayakalpa capacity. They leave the body, go, and even Vikramaditya had that capacity. They go, do assume a different Divya Sarira and do whatever they want. And when they feel like, they come back and start reusing the same body. That is what is kayakalpa. So, an absolute freedom with the body, not just about longevity, it is not just about death is option, no. It's much more. Longevity, death is an option, you can leave the body when you want, and you can come back whenever you want and reuse even that same body again. This science kayakalpa was there in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, is there in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and it is possible to revive it. Be very clear. For this, Paramashiva was downloading. He revealed one of the important things, the science of epigenetics, how it is evolving. It can go only up to the level of longevity. It can give health. It can make you live healthy and long as you want, even up to 1,000 years, or it can make it like a death is an option also at one level. But once you decide to leave the body, die, dead, over. But Sanatana Hindu Dharma plays with epigenetics with consciousness. It plays with epigenetics with consciousness. The consciousness component, that super consciousness component is added to the epigenetics, can give you the freedom of living healthy life, long life, as long as you want. You want to go to a different plane where you can't go with this body, so you can just keep this body in safe place. That safe place can be in one remote forest or a cave or even in the thin air. You can tell Vayudeva, please keep it with you. I'll come back and take it from you when I come back. So you can leave the body with Vayudeva and you can go do what do you want to do, things, and then come back and take the same body and use. You don't even need to assume new body. That is possible if the super consciousness is added into this modern day epigenetics, listen, when I was in Samadhi, this is the purpose for which Paramashiva was revealing all these truths. The power manifestation, if you have already experienced power manifestation, how many of you have seen in Kailash courtyard, Adi Kailash, I'll just sit and initiate, all the Gurukul kids will start manifesting powers. How many of you have seen this? Yes. Listen, all of you who have seen how the power manifestation works as a pratyaksha pramana, all of you can understand what I am saying now. From now, what I am talking is for those who have seen power manifestation as pratyaksha pramana. Listen, for them, your DNA is made of the material called Jagat, from the Jagat, Panchabhuta. That's a material. I can say your gene, made, and made by God, Ishvara, given to Jiva to enjoy. So, the different understandings, truths, listen, each of the truth is one power. For example, if you understand how your dreams can disappear the moment you divert your attention towards your soul, self, no nightmare can torture you. I don't know how many of you have observed. If you observe deeply, during your nightmare, the moment your attention turns towards your soul, your identity, you wake up. This is one of the power to change your reality. Same way in your life, any suffering, pain, just focus on the source, you. The whole situation will change. The Jagat you are experiencing will change. It is a power. It's a power. Listen. All you need to do is, with that strength, consciously you should turn in towards the source. So every understanding I have given now is a power. Playing with these powers is what is conscious epigenetics. See, what is the epigenetics in the modern world? The different, whether medicines or the physical activity or the lifestyle or the ecosystem, external things are used either to suppress some part of your gene or to make some part of your gene manifest. That's all is the epigenetics. Am I right? Are you all getting it? That's the utility value of the epigenetics. So, as long as you are playing only through using external factors, the results will be very less. But if you start playing using the superconscious factors like power manifestation, then the whole level is different. That is what I call conscious epigenetics. I can say the kayakalpa can be roughly translated to superconscious epigenetics. From the point of view of the jiva, even Ishvara and Jagat is part of jiva. From the point of view of the Ishvara, even Jagat and jiva is part of him. From the point of view of the Jagat, cosmos, even Ishvara and jiva is part of him. From the point of view of the moksha, all four were always one. Even when you think the jiva, Ishvara, Jagat are separate from each other. Counting never started because separation never happened. The oneness remains as oneness inside oneness is the point of view of the moksha. The point of view of the moksha as experience is what I call Paramadvaita. I think in this one satsang I have clearly given the fundamental truths about Jiveshwara Jagat, and almost I have given my bhashya, my comment, Paramadvaita bhashya of Brahma Sutra, and how various sampradayas evolve and how various commentaries for Brahma Sutras evolve, how the various acharyas present various truths. You can understand just from this one satsang. Boom, listen, listen. superconscious awakening used systematically like epigenetics, with the understanding of epigenetics, can lead to successful kayakalpa. And Kailasa is dedicating 4,000 hectares separately for this science. That is going to be the largest monastery in the world, not just Hindu monastery. There is no monastery in the world. The world's largest monastery is 800 hectares, the Buddhist monastery in Thailand. But this is going to be the largest monastery in the world dedicated to this kayakalpa science. Without superconsciousness getting involved, without conscious science getting involved, epigenetics alone cannot make kayakalpa possible. Maybe epigenetics will be able to help you to live long, healthy. That may be possible. Surely I am seeing it as a possibility. Epigenetics can make it into reality. But if the superconscious science, even in Hindu tradition, it was not science available for a large scale common man. It was available for very limited people. Now, with the help of epigenetics, using both together, we can make it available for large number of people. And without superconscious addition, I don't know how much epigenetics may help. I have a small story. One guy invested in every cutting edge gadget, smart rings, hyperbaric chambers, even an AI driven nutrition coach to optimize his body. One day, his devices all flashed a single message: consciousness not detected. The guy got confused. He asked his guru, who smirked and said, "Son, you have installed the best hardware, but your inner software still needs an upgrade. Without consciousness, you are just a fancy robot running on autopilot. All you need is initiation. Without initiation, you are fancy robot running on autopilot." Actually, this is the conclusion of the whole satsang. I want all of you to sit and go through, digest, because I said so much, I've revealed too much. You need to sit and start digesting, chewing, I strongly recommend all of you to watch this satsang 3-4 times, maybe even 5 times, and understand each of these columns. Table columns I have presented. The Jiva related 25 states of consciousness, Ishvara related 25 phases of Paramashiva, Jagat related 14 dimensions of the universes, vertical time zones. So, go through all of it. Then you will understand. I have given you terabyte and terabyte and terabyte of information. I have not just cleared thousands of your questions. I have given you tools to answer millions of others' questions. Blessings. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूपा परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।